Okay, match 7 of the Fullspeed League Glitch Edition. First round coming up now. We have 4 players who will battle it out for 2 spots, not for 3 spots, but for 2 spots in the next round to the winner bracket round 2, which will be the quarterfinal, and they will be played 1 hour later. And the other 2 players who will not make it into the winner bracket round 2 will drop down to the loser bracket, which will be played out tomorrow. We have meNtality and Max, so 2 Russian players, and DarkBringer holding up the German flag. As you can see, he is from Mannheim, so from Baden-Württemberg. Yeah. And Dave from the Czech Republic. They will battle it out for 2 spots, as I've said beforehand already. We're playing in cup mode. 100 points is the point limit, and if you've passed this 100 points barrier, you will activate the finalist mode, and we will start with Conquerant by Broad Armpit. What is this name? Okay. Oh, Brett mode in A, actually. Brett Armpit. So we have 4 rounds on this map, and let's see who will get the first 10-pointer in this round. meNtality with a good start, as well as his countryman Max here, or Max, or x3max, but I will just call him Max. Good start for him, so he finds himself in first place. Greatly done for him. But then we have meNtality, DarkBringer, and Dave also in the mix. So let's follow Dave, who's currently in the last place. But what a great fight here for that first 10-pointer. Max still in the lead, and meNtality still behind him. And then we have DarkBringer lurking in the shadow. Good amount of speed for him, but Dave making a mistake, so he's dead. And he's not able to finish because respawning is not allowed. And the finish timeout is only 10 seconds. So Max on his way to clock in that first 10-pointer. meNtality goes for the attack onto DarkBringer. Can he make it happen? Looks, DarkBringer has a lead of 0.04 of a second towards him, so this is not too much. But DarkBringer will stay in second place. Great comeback, and the 53.95 for Max will clock in, will grant himself the first 10-pointer. So Max off to a good start. Maybe a bit surprising here, because we've done a vote beforehand and everyone has thought that it will be DarkBringer winning this match or even dominating this match. And Dave will grant himself that second place. But Dave, of course, didn't grant himself any sort of amount of points in the prior round. Let's see what he can pull onto the tarmac now, as he's not a good start yet again. 4th place for him, 0.2 of a second behind. Max also with a wonky section here, so he loses an additional speed. DarkBringer is in first, then we have meNtality in second, but Dave comes back strong with a good line, overtakes Max in this corkscrew section. Oh, but meNtality with a mistake, so he will be dead. And also Max. So it's only between Dave and DarkBringer. Unfortunate to see 2 mistakes, and this means 2 DNFs. So they can take it safe, but maybe Dev won't have a saying here for that ending. But it is not sufficient for him if he goes for the attack now, because the track is already over. So DarkBringer is in first, and Dave is in second. DarkBringer with a 53.85. So every time under 54, I would consider as a good time. Despite the Daddy Mania, would be 0.8 of a second faster, but still it is full speed. It is so momentum based, and one missing speed slide can decide everything. So DarkBringer off to a good start. Max still in that second place, since meNtality and Death have 1 DNF as well. And it's looking good for Max again. Maybe he's doing the 10 points or nothing strategy, but meNtality all of a sudden wants to have a mix. So this is a complete different level here concerning the pace and the mistakes than the other round 1 here. Somehow, I mean, it just feels different because the rounds are a little bit closer in the top, and we have seen no mistakes in this round so far. I mean, we've seen 3 mistakes in general, and now it's the 4th one, and it's actually Max making that mistake. So this is a bonk for him, and Max is dead. So maybe I take everything back. But DarkBringer again with a 10-pointer, meNtality in second, and Dave in 3rd place. But a 53.60. Great time, only 0.4 behind WR. So great time there from DarkBringer. meNtality with a 0.87 finds himself in 2nd place. But now we have a triple tie situation here for that 2nd place. So this is what you have predicted, kind of. But now we go to the last round on this track. DarkBringer is on a comfortable lead. with 2 first places and 1 second place. Dave goes so close to the wall. I think he was even in the wall with his top or front right tire there. But who knows? We have to see it in an instant replay and in slow-mo. Let's focus on this round here. We have it's sandwich here because both of the Russian players are in the middle between the Czech and the German player, as we see DarkBringer yet again with a dominating performance in this round. He's 0.2 of a second ahead of Max, and also in meNtality. Dave is going for that attack on meNtality. Good line for him. Didn't get too many skids there, so he will overtake him. But great wall ride for meNtality, so he will clock in that second place. And oh my god, 53.40. That's a great time from DarkBringer, isn't it? So 0.5 ahead of Max, granting himself that second place. meNtality in third, as he has overtaken Dave in the ending. Dave only with 3 points in this round. So now we have Whiplash by Maffei. DarkBringer off to a with a comfortable lead of 20 points already. This is good news for him, to if I can say so. And this is I think this is my favorite track. I don't know. It's really cool. I like it. It's rather simple, but still nicely made. And this speed slide here, I'm keen if someone will do that. Dave actually went for it, but you can see it's super hard to do. You can break there. Wait a minute. Oh no. You can break here. Wait a minute. So that's what I've learned from the replay analysis that I have done. So you speed slide down here. You have like a right-ish speed slide, and then you can SD by tapping the brake. And this looked so unreal for me, because I would not consider that this is faster than just going normal. Because this brake, of course, when you put or when you activate or press the brake button, you will slow down, I thought, but tremendously. But with this SD, will actually catch up, or will gain time. Let's follow Max here, who's in second place so far. It's a great performance from the Russian player so far. Despite he has made 2 mistakes, he finds himself in second place. Yeah, it's a speed throw drift, not a speed slide. Thank you for the correction there, because that's something different. Speed throw drift, you tap the brake button, and with a speed slide, you just let your car do the thing. So thank you for the correction. I got my terminology right here, but DarkBringer with a mistake. So meNtality and Dave are in P1 and 2, and Max is in third place. Oh, but great speed slides there from Max. As you can see here, goes super far up in that corkscrew. So different approach here from him compared to what's Dave. He has a tiny tad more speed, but I think it's not sufficient because we're approaching that last section already. meNtality in first, Dave in second, and Max in third with a 50.98 for him. So 1 second behind Daddymania, but still a good time by meNtality. 0.5 ahead of both Dave and Max. So meNtality will move up to that second place and will come closer towards the DarkBringer. So into the next round we go. Second round here. Oh, it is actually meNtality making a mistake, but I think he was able to stabilize, so he's able to finish if he's passing all those speed checks. Yes, he does so. Let's see this one here. Yeah, this is looking good. So meNtality is able to finish, as it seems, but ever so slightly. So still good, because 3 points are better than nothing. It really sums up. Max in first, then we have DarkBringer behind him and Dave in third place. So let's follow Dave here, who's in dire need of some points. Finds himself in last place with only 19 points. DarkBringer is chasing Max here in this second section of the map. Max holding strong to that first place, but DarkBringer comes closer and closer, and this could be a very close fight here for that ending. DarkBringer will overtake him here in this last wall ride, and it will be enough. What a close fight, 100th between DarkBringer and Max. What a great round, and what a great comeback there from DarkBringer. So great speed for him, and you could have seen the different approaches are just paying off here, or the different approaches, or the different approach has made the difference for DarkBringer in that case, and he will extend his lead yet again to 20 points. 46 points for DarkBringer in total, and we have 26 points for Max, 24 for meNtality, and 23 for Dave So rather close here for that second place, as we see DarkBringer marching through here again. And a close fight is going on here between, or for that second place, as we see meNtality being chased down by Dave at the moment. Max finding himself 0.2 of a second behind. DarkBringer with a good trajectory here. Beautiful speed step, but also meNtality did it really good. So he comes a tiny tad closer, but DarkBringer, he's actually extending his lead because he had a better wall right there. And it will be DarkBringer with yet another 10-pointer. He just has to cope this ending section, but this looks good for him. So DarkBringer again with a 10-pointer. meNtality in second, Dave in third, and then with Max 0.07 behind Dave in fourth place. 50.45, also a good time from him. DarkBringer 56 points halfway through this match already. But of course, he still has to win this finals mode. Great speed slides by meNtality and Dave there. It is Max falling a little bit behind. DarkBringer still in the lead. Dave comes a tiny tad closer here, but let's look at this corkscrew section here. We'll do the best. It's actually meNtality going over into that second place, and DarkBringer is extending his lead here towards 0.335 of a second. So great round from DarkBringer, just driving it smooth here. He looks to clock in yet another 10-pointer on this last round here on Whiplash by Muffy. And what a great time, a 50.30. What a nice time by him. 30 flat even. Then we have meNtality in second place, and he will extend his lead towards Max and Dave. So he has a little bit air to breathe, as he has a lead of 30 points already towards that second place, but great time here, only 0.3 of a second behind the Daddy One. Great time here. So DarkBringer looking really strong here, as you can see, with 66 points. This is a dominating performance. Not as dominative as the performance from Sinner's Apple we've seen in the first match that I've casted. But still looking very good for him. Because he had one DNF where he had to delete because he has made a mistake. Maybe he can prove him or redeem himself on this map. He could grant himself the finalist mode, but could not win it because we only play 4 rounds on each track, yeah, and then we will go to the next one warm-up. Can only grant himself a maximum of 40 points, and 40 points would mean only finalist mode, quote unquote. Other players would dream about this to already that they can already activate finalist mode on this track. DarkBringer does a 51.93 in the warm-up, and also meNtality with a good time. Hence he was 0.4 of a second behind. But the Daddy Mania here is also by Muda. So Muda or Kid have the daddies here on all of those tracks, kind of. They are just playing out of their minds. And I think this will be an interesting final, because most likely Muda and Kid will step through if nothing really outstandingly happens. But I don't want to be biased here. As we go into that first round, we have DarkBringer, Max and Dave with a good start, as well as meNtality. Good job there from all of the players. You can see meNtality opting for that longer speed slide, so he has a tiny tad more speed. Also here you can see he's just going for that outside approach there, so he is not able to get into contact with Dave. Dave in second place, DarkBringer still in first place, but what a close fight here for that second place. It could be meNtality or Dave, but Dave with a very good speed slide there. So he will extend his lead towards meNtality, and also comes a tiny tad closer towards DarkBringer, but it is not enough. Actually, it is Max almost overtaking meNtality in the end. 3,000 between them, but great round, pretty close, no mistakes. DarkBringer winning the round yet again, not with a very good time, but a 52.23 still serves the purpose, and he's up to 76 points. meNtality up to 40 points, and Dave will come closer towards that second place. So this is the battle we have to focus on here. This battle for that second place. Oh my god, Max with a full face plant, and I think he's not able to finish. Let's see how much speed the booster will give you. I'm not sure about that, but maybe he is able to finish. as he has a good amount of speed here. He's 4 seconds behind. But let's focus here on this battle for that top placement as we see DarkBringer, old news as always, in first, meNtality in second, but dejf with a good approach. meNtality again with that more upside approach for that speed. But it won't really pay off because DarkBringer is yet again in the lead in this part even. Positions look to be set in stone as we see dejf with a good amount of speed and meNtality with a wonky trajectory there. But I think it is still enough for meNtality to stay in the second place. Yes, it is. And DarkBringer with a 52.08 again in first. meNtality in second. And dejf will lose ground towards him. 2 points, but this can... yeah, this can be very cruel in the end. So 5 points between meNtality and dejf. Max also finishing after that horrendous mistake there in the start. But still greatly done by him. That he has stabilized his car here because he jumped too far to the left there. This time he has not done so. But he is still, or he's already 2 or 3 car lengths behind the leader, who's right now meNtality. So DarkBringer not in the lead from the get-go on. Oh, but great slide there from DarkBringer, overtaking meNtality in this section. And you can just see the difference there. DarkBringer is just playing very, very good here on this map. So maybe this map by Zeroja suits him the best, who knows. But it is quite anticlimactic. Let's follow Max here for that battle, for that third place, but it is not enough. DarkBringer opting for that more outside approach, so maybe it is dejf who can have a saying. Oh my god, can dejf overtake him? No, I mean, Insanity, no. meNtality, not Insanity. Man, no, it is not enough. 0.03 of a second between them. So not enough for them, but DarkBringer again with the 10-pointer. But great comeback there from meNtality as we have seen a wonky transition from, or wonky line from DarkBringer before the looping. Okay. So DarkBringer needs a third place to activate finalist mode. But he didn't get third yet. He only granted himself first or second place and 1 DNF. This is looking good for the Numalops player. Again, a very good start. Very superior line compared towards the other players. You can see he has just way more speed than them. As you can see, dejf and meNtality battling it out for that second place at the moment. But meNtality just zooping away and actually comes closer towards DarkBringer. But he has still a very, very huge lead here of 0.1 of a second. Yeah, 0.2 even. So great round there from DarkBringer. And he could deny some points towards the players here who are behind him. Yes, DarkBringer will yet again win a 10-pointer here on this one with a 52.05. So 40 out of 40 points possible from DarkBringer. Impressive performance. meNtality in second, moving up to 58 points, and dejf with 49 points, not even halfway through. But what do you want to do if you play against DarkBringer and he's winning all the rounds, right? So only the first round was taken away, and then a round in between that where DarkBringer has DNF from meNtality. And other than that, it was DarkBringer winning all the rounds so far. So what a great performance by him. As we go to Shadow of Myself. The next track, not the last track. DarkBringer could close it out here, but players have to, of course, activate finest mode in order to proceed into the next round. Oh, DarkBringer zooping away there. So this can happen here. This should not happen because respawning is not allowed, and also the finish time mode is very low. Well, it's only 10 seconds, so if you make a tiny mistake and lose a lot of, or the tiny mistake can lead to a lot of time loss. And therefore you can eventually be not able to finish in some situations. Great speed slide there. Speed slides there in the warm-up by meNtality. But yeah, nice ending there. Okay. First finalist attempt for DarkBringer. Let's see if meNtality, dejf, or x3max or x3max can deny DarkBringer the victory here and a ticket into the winner bracket quarterfinal. Oh, great speed slide there from DarkBringer. Really greatly executed here. And he is looking very, very good here in this round. As we can see him, 0.05 ahead of Dave. So let's follow him. He's chasing him right now. But DarkBringer with more speed in this section. Dave with a more inside approach. Comes closer, but has not the lot amount of speed. Ooh, great section there from DarkBringer. Super close, though, towards that transition. Dave granting himself a slide. So we lose some speed in that section. And also DarkBringer with longer speed slides in this section. So it will be DarkBringer qualifying himself for the quarterfinal. GG, 51.65. Also Dave with a 0.78, but it was not enough. But GG, well played from DarkBringer, moving into the next round. And now the battle is going on for that second place between meNtality, Dave, and also Max. So now a 10-pointer is there again, or is able to... players can get it now. So DarkBringer is out and he's through, and right now it looks like meNtality could grant himself that 10-pointer here, as he is 0.2 of a second ahead of Max and Dave. Dave, who's chasing Max. Max with a more outside approach, so he will get overtaken here in this last section of the map. Only one wallride is remaining now after those speeds up, but Max is doing them pretty good. It is safe to say that meNtality granting himself that 10-pointer, and it's Dave actually in second, as we've seen Max with a rather conservative approach there, finding himself 0.1 behind. So meNtality with a 52.01 in first place. And meNtality will move up to 72 points. Dave 11 points behind, but still nothing set in stone. Still have multiple rounds to play. And also don't count out Max yet. He can also make something happen. He has shown that he has the pace. Maybe he's not the most consistent player, but you can see him here. He is in second place, and actually meNtality with a mistake, and this is the DNF for him. So it's between between Max and Dave for that first place here. Greatly done by Dave here, 0.04 the lead over Max, and this could spice everything up if Dave will grant himself that first place, because he will come closer and closer towards meNtality here. Max not really feeding that map, not granting himself a lot of speed in this section. Look at that, he is 0.2 of a second behind Dave here. Didn't get a lot of speed in this section either, so he's just saving it and will grant himself 6 points. 51.97 for Dave. Will put him up towards 71 points, only 1 point behind meNtality. Also Max coming closer, only 18 points between him and meNtality. So one mistake from both of the players, and Max is in the race again, as he opts for that outside pole or left side approach from the pole. Weird champ there from Max, but he's still in the race. Dave in first, meNtality in second, with Max in third. Not the best section here for him, as he's clipped the transition there, so he will lose multiple hundreds and tenths of a second, if not even more than that. He finds himself 0.5 of a second behind both meNtality and Dave. Looking very good for Dave so far, because he's in first place with a comfortable lead, so he can take over that second place. meNtality is too far behind to have a saying. Maybe he can grant some speed here in this speed slides, but this is not the case, so Dave will win this round, and meNtality is now in third place. So this spices everything a little bit up here, as we can see an equal there. Equal to the thousandth of a second. And now Dave up to 81 points into second place. So both Russian players could be not eliminated, but could go down into the loser bracket. But nothing set in stone. Maybe this map here, Bycat, could say something else. Players are coolly warming up. There's always one warm-up before each round starts, and then we have a live or 4 live rounds after that. Yeah, what a spicy fight here for that second place. Because you can also see Max here, who can make something happen. He's 20 points behind. But mistakes will happen, or can and will happen, let's say it like that. Don't want to curse anyone here, but in those kind of events where pressure is kicking in, I know it from myself, or maybe you know it as a player, pressure is kicking in. And I think this is actually the shortest map out of the map pack here, where meNtality has driven a 45.98. Mania is by Muda, as you can see here on the left side. Let's go with the first round here on Bikehead. I think that's the first time we are seeing this map, if I recall so correctly. I'm not sure if we have seen this one in the first round or in the second match. I don't really... yeah, I think we've seen it. Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen a lot of mistakes there on this right-hand corner there. Yeah, okay, we've seen this one. Okay. But meNtality is in the lead. Let's see where his landsman is. His fellow neighbor. He's on a good time. Look at this. Max with a lot of speed, but didn't get the best downhill trajectory there. So it's a little bit more of a drift there. So Max is still chasing meNtality, but meNtality is in first, approaching that last section here. And meNtality will take over that lead. Oh my god. Different approaches there. 515, both of them. And also, Dave is able to... No! Dave, what are you doing? Dave not able to finish. Oh no. Oof. So now meNtality up to second place again. Oh, great turn there from meNtality. Granting himself a lot of speed, but also Max and Dave did it really good here. Look at this turn. Beautifully executed by both Max and meNtality. Dave falling a little bit behind. So this is the battle between both of the Russian players. meNtality with a good approach, but Max did it even better. Look at this speed from Max here, just zooming away. 0.08 of a lead over meNtality. Dave is too far behind to have a saying as we approach this last object here of this map, and Max will win it with a 45.90. Daddy 24 and Max up to 74 points. meNtality 94 points, so he needs the second place now. So Dave and Max have to deny him, as we see Dave only with 4 points in this round, so he's only up to 85 points now. So a potential triple finalist situation could occur here this round already. In the first round, match 7. Dave again not with a good start. Max did it really good again. So Max up into the lead. meNtality, however, drops down to P3, and also Dave wants to have a second. So Dave up to that battle for that first place, opting for that more inside approach, and therefore it is Max with more speed, and also it is meNtality who is up for that battle for that first place. He can deny some points towards Max and Dave here, but Dave coming back strong. This will be all in the ending, but meNtality with a good line, so meNtality will stay in first place and will activate the finalist mode. Great job here with a 46.11. Dave in second place, and Max only granting himself 4 points, but a great round here. What a great round. And now they need to deny meNtality the first finalist attempt. Let's follow him, all eyes on him. He could make it happen now. He could move into the quarterfinal here of the Fullspeed League Glitch Edition, where 32 players are battling it out. Total prize money of 150 euro. meNtality with a good start here, but so did it Dave. Dave with more speed in this section, and Dave could deny him, and then he could move up to finalist mode himself. So great job there from the AR players so far, as we see Max too far behind to have a saying. So Dave will grant himself that 10-pointer, and we will see a double finalist situation going into the next round. Oh man, oh man. This could be the last round after that. But Dave will grant himself the 10-pointer, and meNtality only in second. 45.99 for Dave. Sub 46 for him. Max in third place, granting himself 4 points, so he needs to win 2 consecutive rounds to grant himself the finalist mode. Good luck to everyone as we go to the next map. It will be Conquérant, the first map that we have seen in this round 1. I'm not sure who was better here for both of the players. I've just seen Max winning a round here. DarkBringer really dominated it, but we have seen a lot of mistakes here in this first couple of rounds, as we only had 2 finishes on the second round. The players are currently warming up, but this will be spicy. So Max has the pace. We know that for a fact. He has won a round against DarkBringer. Maybe the round wasn't the strongest for DarkBringer. He maybe had a misalignment, but he has the pace. We know that. And players can make mistakes here in those really full speedy sections where you really grant yourself a lot of speed. As you can see, the speedometer is always over 600 kilometers per hour. Of course, it is full speed, but it's still super, super fast, if I can say so. Yeah. A Brokeback emoji insertion, please. And also the finish is open for mistakes. And meNtality dropping a 53.63, finding himself 0.4 behind the Daddy 1 here. And let's go. Double final situation. meNtality versus Dave. Max 82 points, so he can make something happen as well. Dave not with the best start, finding himself 600s behind the leader. So the Russian fight, Max. Oh my god, what a risky line was that. Holy moly. So Max really is pushing it here. But meNtality is taking over the lead at the moment and has a little bit more speed going into this section here. So meNtality on his way to grant himself a ticket into the quarterfinal, into the winner bracket quarterfinal. This would mean that Dave and Max are dropping down. meNtality is looking strong. Max making the mistake, and this is the early GG. meNtality is through. Let's follow him here for this last turn. Left-hander. He's 0.4 ahead, and meNtality is through. GG. 57.72 for him. Great performance for him, but still double final situation there in the end. meNtality making it after Dave has granted himself the finalist mode beforehand. So Dave and Max dropping down into the loser bracket that will be played tomorrow. So congratulations towards DarkBringer, to DarkBringer and meNtality.